Hello everybody. We're in the field today. I'm with my partner and friend Chris. We're going to show you how to deploy the equipment, set up the aircraft in the field, launch, fly a flight pattern, capture images, process, and solve problems same day. So I think we're ready to go to work, and we have a couple pilots joining us to help out. So, ready to go?
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, we've picked an ideal location for our launch land site. I've got Violet and Mackenzie to help me out with some safety equipment first. Let's pull it out of the back of the truck. We have our drone case. We'll hand out the launch land pad. Thank you, Mackenzie. Set of cones. Thank you, Violet. We also have a fire extinguisher on site. We also have a first aid kit in the back of the truck, just in case. Always recommend that. All right, we're ready to assemble our drone in the field. Let's do it. Pull the drone out of the case, flip it upside down, pull out your landing gear, and secure them in the appropriate spot. Flip up the latches on both sides, make sure it lines up with the holes, and confirm it's secure by giving it a good wiggle. Flip the drone back over. Let's deploy our arms. Each one has a locking collar. Slide it over, give it a twist until the white line lines up with the symbol of a lock. Do all 4 of them. Again, you can confirm they're secure by giving them a good wiggle. Propellers are next. Again, we have 2 kinds. We have a propeller with a gray hub marked here on the right, and a propeller with a black hub on the left. It corresponds with the hub on the drone that either has gray dashes for the gray hub or no dashes, which indicates a black hub. Let's make sure these are secure as well. We'll give them a good wiggle. All right, the last thing will be the batteries. Best practice is to make sure the firmware for these, the aircraft and the remote, are updated the night before, especially if you don't think you'll have good internet connection. Your TB55 batteries are secure when you hear the click. We also highly recommend installing a good strobe light, not only for visibility by other aircraft, but for the ground crew as well, so you can see your aircraft at great distances. All right, we're ready to install our Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera. I'm gonna turn the drone around here, give you a little better view. Pull out our camera. This is the box ours came in. Yours may look different. Okay, we have our Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera in hand. A couple things we want to make sure of is that we removed the lens caps. Won't capture any data with those on. And also install our SD card in the door in the front of the camera. It's a micro SD. Make sure it's secured by the click. Cover it back up, keep the dust out. And we're ready to install our camera. Now on your matrice, you're going to want to install this on port 2, on the 210 version, and just the center port, of course, on the 200. You're going to line up the red and white dot on the camera to the red dot on the drone, quarter turn to the right, and now you're secured to the drone. Flip up your GPS bracket and secure with a set screw. Ensure everything is snug by giving it a little wiggle. It's that simple. We're ready to fly. Let's take it out on the flight line. Okay, you'll need to install DJI Go for Android or iOS. A user account may be required, so make sure you sign up before you go and download. Go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on your device, and download DJI Go 4. DJI Go 4 is used for firmware updates, drone health, and calibrations. It is not used for flight planning in this instance. Battery firmware updates also are included here, as well as the remote and the aircraft itself. Make sure you update your firmwares before flying for safe operation. Okay, we're ready to install our DJI Go 4 app. Go to your App Store, type in DJI Go and the number 4, search. Ours is already installed, so we'll click Open. Click Enter Device. And now we have our heads-up display. You won't see any picture on this until the drone is turned on. All right, we're gonna power on the drone now. I have Violet helping me out. She's powering on the drone behind me. And we're gonna show you what the screen looks like on initial power up. Now you'll notice down here to the right, we have our FPV camera on the Matrice 210. You will not get a large image because the camera is not connected on the gimbal on the other side.
It has been updated. Please check it on the map.
DJI Go just indicated that the home point has been updated. Please check on the map. We're going to confirm that our location and GPS location is correct and true. And you see our heads-up display is displaying our battery levels, the number of satellites we have, the signal between the remote and the controller, and our current status of the aircraft, whether we're ready to take off or not. So we can address some of those issues now. Your issues may be different, so make sure that you're aware of how to fix these issues in the field before taking off. Calibration of your drone's GPS compass may be required when you first boot up the drone. Ours says ready to go GPS, but your bar may be red. What you'll do is tap the bar, find your compass, and it says calibrate. Press the calibration button, and we'll click start. And have your partner, go ahead, Violet, and she will pick up the drone and spin around. We call it the DJI dance. Right now she's spinning. Do about a 360 and then it'll cue us to turn the drone sideways like that. And the drone is now sideways. She's spinning around 360 once more. And when it's clear, the screen will come on and we'll see that Violet, go ahead, Violet, we're done. Go ahead and set it down. And she's setting the drone back down. Our GPS is ready to go. We're locked. We're ready to install Map Pilot by Maps Made Easy. You're going to want to use the Business Edition. So go to your App Store. Once again, this is for iOS only. This is not compatible with your Android. Do a search. Map Pilot. Business Edition. Mine is already open. Already installed, excuse me. So we'll open it up. Now there's two ways that we could do mission management or mission planning. If you had been off site the night before and done this ahead of time, you'd go to your mission management and it would be here in this menu. We don't have one ready to go, so we'll click out of that and we'll create new mission. We have a warning that we'll click OK to, and it should detect the aircraft, which is our Matrice 210. Now we are geolocated right here at the south end of the field by the red triangle. And we'll start creating our mission. Let's say we want to map this section here. I'll start at one corner and long press. Go to another corner, long press again. A third time up here. And you can see it's already drawing our flight plan. I'll adjust a little bit. And the fourth corner is done by long pressing here on the middle and dragging it out just to square things up. And I'll make my flight plan a little bigger. We're flying at 400 feet, so it won't take much to get this covered for this example. To adjust the flight angle, take two fingers and twist, and you can see our flight plan has squared up quite nicely. Up here at the top menu, we can confirm overlap is 30-30 for this example. Your overlap may be different depending on your application. We'll confirm our altitude over here on the left flyout. Right now, we're at 400 feet. That's ideal for this camera. Now, we can save our flight plan right here, the little disk symbol. Click Save, and quickly you saw it said caching base map, and the base map has been cached. We click OK. Zoom out, confirm that's the flight plan we want. One more time, I'm gonna adjust this just to keep it from flying against that mountain a little more. Tweak it as much as you want. It's not hard to do. and make sure your flight plan is as safe as possible. I'll click save one more time and it caches it. Okay. The aircraft should be ready to go, and in order to get flying, we'll move over to this menu next. Let's talk a little bit about your Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera and how to operate it. We'll turn the drone on to power up the camera. And while that's warming up, this LED light should start blinking green. Now we have a green blinking light. GPS signal is being acquired. We'll wait for that to turn solid green. It's important not to move the drone at this point while it's acquiring that signal. And this could take up to 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, we have a solid green light. That means our GPS signal has been acquired. The next step will be to press the button next to it to start taking photos. The light will blink red and then turn solid red when it's ready to go. The blinking light means that it's checking the memory card and the status of the camera before taking off. Pressing the button, we're blinking red. Now we're solid red. Your Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera is ready to take off and start capturing data. Okay, our aircraft checks are done. We've done our flight airworthiness test and we are safe to fly. Okay, our mission is all planned out. Let's go ahead and fly. We have an icon at the top right, looks like an airplane. We'll tap on that and the upload button is highlighted. We're okay to upload. It's a reminder to point the gimbal, which is not relevant in this case because we're using the Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera and not a DJI gimbal. Do you want to use terrain awareness? No. The mission is uploading. It asks one more time, do you want to verify this path that the drone is taking? And I click OK. Now the start button is lit up. That means our drone's ready to fly and we should clear the flight line. So I will yell out, clear the flight line. I click start. And our drone is taking off on its automated path. We can verify from the telemetry the speed and altitude that it's at and the approximate time of our mission and how much time is left. Your range, your battery level, all at the top right, your signal strength between the remote and the drone, and the number of satellites acquired. All available on the heads-up display. Make sure your visual observer constantly has eyes on the drones for safety. You're going to want to be ready to take over on the controls when it reaches the end of its mission, just in case you have to take over in an emergency. Coming up on our last waypoint.
Aircraft holding, return to home.
Okay, she's returning to home. Mapping complete, be ready to take over.
All clear on the flight line.
Okay, the drone is overhead. Our visual observer has confirmed that the drone is returning, and your remote will start beeping to remind you that the drone is landing. Make sure you clear your flight line to make sure nobody is in the way. Okay, our aircraft is done with its planned mission and it's returning to home automatically. You can let it land on auto or manually take over by switching out of your GPS mode on your DJI remote. I'm keeping my eyes on the aircraft at all times, coming down, clearing the flight line. All right, we're powering off. The aircraft is safe. My hands are off the sticks. I approach the aircraft. Now on your Sony camera, you'll push the button once on top to stop taking pictures. Waiting for the drone. Now it's off. I'm going to open up the door in the front of the camera and pull out the memory card. And let's go offload the images onto the laptop. Our flight is done. We've removed our SD card and we're ready to offload the data onto the laptop. Insert the SD card. You can see here we have a Sony folder and the data with our last flight. So I'm going to copy and paste this into a folder that I've created called the Pinery, and I will paste into here. Okay, our data is transferred safely on our hard drive. Next, we'll open up Fast Field Analyzer. Wait for it to load. Okay, we have a preset farm in here. We'll select. And here's where we will import our flight data. Select the blue bar below. And we will look for our folder. Okay, the folder, the Pinery, is selected with our last flight. And as soon as we select this folder, Fast Field Analyzer will start its process, and in approximately 2 to 3 minutes, you will have a complete NDVI map ready for ground truthing. Okay, well that completes mission planning and flight operations for your Sony Smart Ag Solutions camera from start to finish. I'll let Jeff take us out.
Thanks, Chris. Well, we enjoyed making this and we hope you enjoyed watching it. I'd like to thank Mackenzie and Violet, especially like to thank Sony Smart Ag Solution. We're a true believer, and believe me, we've tried just about everything out there. This is a solution that is going to help the ag business. On behalf of Empower UAV, please fly legal and fly safe.